Freak with it. He's against Hibbert. Roy Hibbert with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Russell passes to Hibbert. Dishes to Kobe. Hibbert with a screen for Bryant. Back to Hibbert. And the foul called on Freak.
That's 2 fouls for him very early in this ball game. He'll probably have to spend some time.
Pistons trail by 11. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Russell is out there with Clarkson. And it's Hibbert in at the 5 spot. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. And it's Freak missing. And here's the Lakers. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
Move the ball and stick it to Mike.
Bounces high off the rim and drops. Freak's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Pistons. Inside, here's Hibbert, and he jams it with authority.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Russell kicks to Kobe. Pulls it up. And Roy Hibbert, the bucket on the assist from Kobe. Hibbert's got the lead up to 11 now for the Lakers. For the Detroit Pistons, they won their last contest, that game against the Suns.
They needed a few extra minutes to get the W in that game, but they got it just the same.
I like the way they handled themselves in that overtime period, Greg. They had a whole lot left in their game in that extra period.
Randall a screen on Jackson. Bryant against Jackson. Kobe dishes to Randall. 6 to shoot. And the foul called on Freak. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
That's the risky risk.
Bryant and Lewis Williams subbed in for Clarkson. Lakers leading by 10. Russell kicks to Young. And stolen by Freak. Here's McCollum. And the lead is down inside single digits.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now. Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
41 seconds left in the second quarter. It's Freak, top of the key. And Detroit again with the bucket.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
The feed to Mahinmi, stolen by McCollum. Drops in the breakaway layup. McCollum's got 4 points in the quarter.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap.
Here's Freak. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a 3-point play. That's on D'Angelo Russell. For Detroit, they have gone 7 of 11 from the line.
Yeah, they're up towards the bottom of the league there. Last season, they only shot about 70%.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
With 1 on the clock, it's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. And it's 6 points for D'Angelo Russell. And that does it for the first half of play. Lakers lead by...
Kobe, what in...
35. Your safety is our...
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. Break. The players getting refueled with Gatorade and are looking amped up and ready to get going once again. Freak really making a difference here.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitterbug or maybe a gnat with the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor for him.
And Kevin, Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it. Yeah.
I appreciate that, Clark.
It's good, Clark. On the court for the Pistons, Freak, he's in at center. Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt. Ilyasova out there with Johnson. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Suns was superb. He finished with 25 points, and the basket seemed pretty big to him. He didn't miss a whole lot all night. This game of his was just a standout, all-around display of basketball. Coaches love to see that, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Mahinmi's checked in for Hibbert. Bass comes in for Julius Randle. Lou Williams is checked in for Young, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Bryant. And a different look here for the Pistons. Freak's checked in for Andre Drummond. Caldwell Pope comes in for Johnson. McCollum's checked in for Meeks, and it's Jackson in for Brandon Jennings. Now, here's Clarkson. He's covered closely. Mahinmi passes to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Mahinmi, the follow-up champ.
That is a booming putback. Step aside, fellas.
They wanted nothing to do with him there.
At least not with the ball in his hands and the rim in his sight.
And it's Freak missing.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
And the foul called on Freak. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Boy, it's been a tough go in terms of fouls for him. I mean, my goodness, he can't stay out of the way of fouls.
Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. 43 seconds left in the third. That's good. Now it's a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Here's Freak. Rebound the Lakers.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Julius Randle's checked in for Ian Mahinmi. And Williams drops them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Jackson kicks to Freak. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 7. No good off the pick. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Lakers on top. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Lakers leading by 6. You've got Russell. Julius Randle is out there with Roy Hibbert. And there's Bryant. And it's Young in at the small forward position. That's the Laker 5. Here's Randle. That's good. And it's Bryant with the assist. Kobe's got his 4th assist in this one.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
It's stolen by Randle. And now Randle pushing it up and no one back to stop him. And Russell gets it to go. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Here's Johnson. The rebound by Kobe Bryant.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And he makes good on the layup.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Johnson dishes to Freak. Good on the 13-footer. Freak's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
I had a chance to find out what Los Angeles' coach was going over with his guys. His message was this: all of us know these guys are capable of exploding and putting up points in a hurry. So I don't want to see anybody letting up until that final whistle blows. Guys, back to you.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Julius Randle. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Randle playing well. He's got 8 points and a block. He's shown some flash with his passing and some grit with his board work.
Yeah, not a combination that too many players in our league possess.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this league.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Here's Hibbert. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Lakers lead by 12.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Oh, that's right on the money. They've generated a lot of easy opportunities on the inside.
That's good. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Young outside and stolen by Freak. Johnson attacking. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on D'Angelo Russell. And he knocks down the first one. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Los Angeles leading by 9. To the middle. He's feeling it. And it's Hibbert missing.
Move it.
For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. They set the pick. Now here's Freak. He's defended by Randle. Freak. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
And Hibbert with the basket on the assist by Russell. Russell's got his 7th assist in the game.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
11 feet away. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket from Freak.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Hibbert, and it's denied. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Jennings is running. And there's the pass to Freak. Fades. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Man, did they need those points. And I bet he's the guy that continues to go for it.
Well, unless they alter the defense on him, I mean, he should be the guy they go to. His height gives him a huge edge the way they're playing him now. So keep going to it until the defense adjusts.